Mother's surgery. Every single cost. Plus more than enough to change your life. Naya's breath caught. Why? Seraphine turned fully toward her. You will carry a child for us. The words echoed in Naya's head. A child? A pregnancy. 9 months. No pain. No expense. After birth, the baby becomes ours. Naya stared, stunned. You want me to be a surrogate? Not exactly, Seraphine replied. Something dark flickered in her eyes. But close enough. Naya hesitated. Who is the father? Seraphine's smile widened. You don't need to know. A chill slid down Naya's spine. There must be rules, she said carefully. Contracts, hospitals. There will be doctors, Seraphine assured. But not the kind you are used to. Naya's heart hammered violently. What kind of people are you? Seraphine leaned closer. Her voice dropped to a whisper. People who understand the deeper laws of life and death. Fear wrapped cold fingers around Naya's chest. Yet her mother's dying face flashed before her eyes. 2 weeks. Without this money, her mother would be buried. Slowly, painfully, Naya whispered, If I agree. When will my mother get the surgery? Tomorrow morning. Tears filled Naya's eyes. Her soul trembled. This was wrong. Every instinct warned her. But love drowned fear. I'll do it, she said quietly. Seraphine smiled, satisfied. Excellent. The contract of blood. They arrived at a towering mansion hidden deep within a forest outside the city. Massive iron gates opened silently, revealing dim lantern-lit paths and statues carved into disturbing shapes. Inside, the walls were decorated with strange symbols and ancient paintings of pregnant women, surrounded by shadowy figures. Naya's skin prickled. She was led into a candle-lit room where a parchment lay on a stone table. This is the agreement, Seraphine said. Read. The words were written in strange red ink. Naya scanned it, but the language twisted and shifted before her eyes. Impossible to fully understand. Only one sentence stood out clearly. Once life is given, it can never be reclaimed. Her throat tightened. What does that mean? Seraphine smiled faintly. It means you must not regret your choice. A man dressed in ceremonial robes stepped forward, holding a silver blade. Just a drop of blood, Seraphine said. Naya hesitated, but then she remembered her mother's labored breathing. She held out her finger. The blade sliced gently. A single drop of blood fell onto the parchment. The candles flickered violently. The room seemed to breathe. The symbols glowed. Naya gasped as dizziness swept through her. And in darkness, the nightmare begins. That night, Naya dreamed. She stood in a vast red field beneath a black sky. Thousands of shadowy figures whispered her name. Their voices crawled inside her head, chanting, Mother, Mother, Mother. Her womb burned. She clutched her stomach as something inside her shifted unnaturally. A baby's cry echoed, not soft and innocent, but deep, distorted and ancient. She woke up screaming. Sweat drenched her body. Her hands trembled as she pressed them against her abdomen. It felt different. Heavy, alive. Her phone vibrated. A message from Seraphine appeared. The child has chosen you. Congratulations. Your journey has begun. Naya stared at the screen, terror flooding her veins. Outside her window, something moved in the darkness. Something watching, waiting, and deep within her womb, something awakened. The first sign that something was wrong came before the sickness, before the cravings, before the doctor even confirmed the pregnancy. It came in the form of whispers, soft, persistent, endless. At night, Naya lay awake in her narrow hospital bed beside her recovering mother, staring at the ceiling as faint voices crawled through her mind. Mother, mother, mother. She pressed her palms against her ears, but the whispers only grew louder. curling inside her skull. Her mother stirred weakly. "Naya, are you okay?" Naya forced a smile. "I'm fine, Mama. Just tired." But deep inside, fear was blooming like a poisonous flower. Impossible changes. By the third day, her stomach began to swell. Not gradually, not gently. It grew overnight. Naya woke up gasping, her hands flying to her belly. The skin was stretched tight, warm to the touch. A faint pulsing throb beat beneath it. She stumbled to the mirror. Her reflection stared back at her. Pale, sunken eyes, and a stomach that looked 4 months pregnant. In just 3 days, her scream shattered the silence. Doctors rushed in, shocked and confused. Tests were done, scans performed, but every machine malfunctioned when it touched her abdomen. Screens flickered, images distorted. One nurse whispered, crossing herself, "This is not normal." Before further examinations could continue, Seraphine arrived. The hospital staff instantly stepped aside as if hypnotized. "This patient is under private care," Seraphine announced. "She will be discharged immediately." "But madam, her condition," a doctor protested. Seraphine's gaze hardened. The man fell silent. Within minutes, Naya was escorted into the same black car. As the hospital disappeared behind them, tears streamed down her face. "You promised doctors," she sobbed. "You promised safety." Seraphine looked calm. "And you have it. Just not here." The House of Shadows. They took her to an isolated house hidden deep in the forest. Tall trees blocked out the sun, leaving the world in permanent dusk. The air smelled of damp earth and burning herbs. Inside, the walls were carved with strange symbols that seemed to crawl when stared at too long. 3 elderly women dressed in dark robes waited for her. "They will care for you," Seraphine said. The women bowed slightly. From that day on, Naya was never alone. They fed her bitter herbal soups, washed her body with blackened water, sang low, ancient chants at dawn and midnight. Her belly grew faster than nature allowed. Each night her dreams worsened. Bleeding mirrors. The first mirror bled on the 7th night. Naya had gone to wash her face when she noticed red streaks trickling down the glass. She blinked, rubbed her eyes, but the blood remained. Then slowly words formed. "Return what you stole." Her scream echoed through the house. The old women rushed in, calmly wiping the blood away. "It is nothing," one said. "Just a side effect." "A side effect of what?" Naya cried. None answered. That night, her dreams showed her a massive altar carved from bone. Hooded figures stood in a circle. In the center lay a newborn baby, crying. A blade rose. She woke up choking on her own sobs. The shadows that follow. Soon, she realized she was never alone, even in daylight. Shadows lingered behind her movements. If she stopped, they stopped. If she turned suddenly, they vanished. Footsteps followed her down empty hallways. Cold breaths brushed her neck. Once, she felt fingers stroke her hair while she slept. She bolted upright, screaming. Nothing was there, but fingerprints remained on her pillow. The forbidden's discovery. One afternoon, curiosity overpowered fear. While the old women slept, Naya wandered deeper into the forbidden's wing of the house. Behind a locked iron door, she found a room filled with ancient scrolls, skulls, and jars containing dark, floating shapes. Her trembling fingers opened a dusty book. The words inside froze her blood. The womb vessel ritual. Her eyes scanned the page desperately. A woman of suffering, bound by love and desperation, shall carry the chosen seed. Her womb shall nourish the ancient one. Upon birth, the vessel shall be offered in blood, opening the gateway between worlds. Her knees gave way. She collapsed to the floor, sobbing violently. "They're going to sacrifice my baby," she whispered. Then she read the next line. The mother shall never escape the bond. Once chosen, her soul is marked forever. Her chest tightened. Her soul? Marked? Footsteps echoed behind her. She turned slowly. Seraphine stood in the doorway. You should not be here, she said gently. Naya's eyes blazed. You're using me for ritual sacrifice. Seraphine sighed. We are giving purpose to suffering. My baby is not a ritual tool. Naya screamed. Seraphine stepped closer. That child is not human. The words struck like lightning. What do you mean? Seraphine whispered. It is ancient. It chose your womb. And once it is born, the balance of life and death will change forever. Naya staggered backward. This is evil. No, Seraphine corrected calmly. This is destiny, the point of no return. That night the contractions began. 6 months early. Pain ripped through her body like burning knives. She screamed until her throat bled. The old women gathered, chanting louder and louder as candles ignited across the room. Outside, thunder roared. Wind slammed against the walls. Dark clouds twisted violently above the house. Her stomach twisted unnaturally, bulging in impossible shapes. Something inside her kicked, not gently, but with brutal force. A monstrous cry echoed from her womb. Naya felt terror swallow her whole. This is happening too fast, she sobbed. Please stop. But they only chanted louder. And deep within her womb, something prepared to be born. Pain swallowed Naya whole. It came in crushing waves, ripping through her body with merciless force. Her screams bounced off the stone walls, swallowed by the echoing chants of the 3 old women. Candles flickered wildly. The room smelled of blood, smoke, and something rotten. Naya threshed on the cold altar, sweat and tears soaking her face. Her hands clawed at the carved stone, nails breaking, skin tearing. Please, she cried. I'll do anything, just stop. But the chanting only grew louder. The air thickened. The shadows on the walls stretched, twisting into unnatural shapes. And then, a scream rose from her womb. Not a baby's cry. Something deeper, older, hungry. The unholy arrival. Her body convulsed violently. A surge of unbearable pain tore through her, and she felt something tear-free. A wet, heavy weight slid from her body onto the altar. The room fell deathly silent. For one long second, nothing breathed. Then it cried. A piercing, distorted shriek that made every candle extinguish at once. Darkness swallowed the room. Naya's vision blurred. Through half-closed eyes, she saw the child. Its skin was pale, almost translucent. Its eyes opened instantly, fully formed, pitch black. No whites, no pupils, just endless darkness. And when it looked at her, it smiled. The marking, the moment their eyes met, pain exploded inside Naya's chest. She gasped. A burning symbol seared itself deep into her skin, just above her heart. She screamed as the mark carved itself into her flesh like living fire. Seraphine stepped forward from the shadows. It is done, she whispered reverently. Naya's voice trembled. What did you do to me? You were bound, Seraphine replied calmly. Mother and vessel, soul to soul. The baby's cry changed. It softened. It sounded pleased. One of the old women lifted the child, wrapping it in a black cloth embroidered with glowing red symbols. The baby's gaze never left Naya. As it was carried away, she felt something inside her rip loose. Not flesh. Something deeper. Something essential. Her soul screamed. And then everything went black. The empty womb. Naya woke in silence. Cold, heavy. The room was empty. No candles. No blood. No chanting. Only faint moonlight slipping through the narrow windows. Her body felt hollow. She placed a trembling hand on her stomach. Flat. Empty. A sob clawed its way from her chest. My baby. But even as the word left her lips, she knew. That thing had never been a baby. A wave of grief and terror crashed over her. She tried to sit up and froze. Her reflection stared back from a cracked mirror across the room. Her eyes were darker. Her skin paler, and etched faintly beneath her collarbone glowed a twisted symbol. She stumbled to the mirror. The symbol pulsed slowly, like a heartbeat, like a living thing. The chamber below, footsteps echoed. Seraphine entered quietly. It is time, she said. For what? To complete the ritual. Naya's blood ran cold. They led her through hidden corridors deep beneath the house, descending into a vast underground chamber carved entirely from stone and bone. Torches lined the walls. At the center stood a massive altar, stained black and dark red. Hooded figures filled the chamber, murmuring ancient incantations. In the center of the altar lay the child. Its black eyes glowed faintly. The moment Naya stepped forward, the baby turned its head and smiled. Her knees buckled. Don't, she whispered. Please don't hurt it. Seraphine touched her shoulder gently. It must die, Naya screamed. You said it was not human. And yet, Seraphine said softly, its blood will open the gate. Two men lifted ceremonial blades. The chanting grew thunderous. Naya felt something inside her pull violently toward the altar. The mark burned. Her body moved forward against her will. Stop, she screamed. But her feet carried her closer. Her hands rose slowly, trembling. The baby laughed. A deep, echoing laugh that did not belong to a newborn. The blade descended. Blood sprayed across the altar. The child's scream shattered the chamber. And the world cracked open. The door between worlds. The ground shook violently. The altar split apart. A massive opened beneath it, spewing dark smoke and shrieking winds. From the countless shadowed forms clawed upward, howling. The torches exploded. Darkness poured into the chamber like a living flood. Naya collapsed, clutching her chest as agony ripped through her. She felt herself being pulled apart. Her soul stretched, tearing like fragile cloth. Seraphine raised her arms, screaming in triumph. The gate is open. The shadows surged forward. Naya's scream drowned in the chaos. And then, silence. Naya did not die. She wished she had. She woke floating in endless darkness. No pain. No sound. No body. Just awareness. Her memories flickered around her like shattered glass. Her mother's smile, the rain on rusted roofs, the smell of roasted corn, childhood laughter by the river. Then a voice whispered, "Welcome, vessel." The darkness rippled. A massive presence emerged. Not seen, only felt. Ancient, infinite, cold. "You opened the gate," the voice said. "Your womb bore the key. Your blood sealed the door. Now your soul belongs to us." Terror surged through her. "Where is my mother?" Naya begged. "Please, let her live." A pause. Then the voice replied, "She lives. For now. But her life is tied to your obedience." A wave of despair crushed Naya's spirit. "What do you want from me?" "You will walk the world. You will lure others. Desperate, broken, willing, just as you once were." "No," she whispered. "You will offer hope and harvest souls." The darkness tightened around her. "I won't. You already have. Return to the living." Naya gasped. Air slammed into her lungs. She woke screaming on a hospital bed. Bright lights, beeping machines, doctors shouting. A nurse cried out, "She's alive." She had been missing for 3 weeks, found unconscious at the forest edge. No memory of how she got there. No wounds. No scars. Except the mark, still glowing faintly beneath her skin. Her mother survived. The surgery succeeded. They reunited in tears. But Naya felt wrong, empty, and full. At the same time, the first temptation, weeks passed. Nightmares faded. Normal life returned. Almost. Then her phone rang one night. Unknown number. She answered. A calm female voice spoke. Congratulations, Naya. Your first payment is ready. Her blood froze. I didn't agree to anything. Your soul did. A bank alert beeped. Her account balance flashed. More money than she had ever imagined. Enough to end poverty forever. Her hands shook violently. What do I have to do? A soft laugh. Just tell them hope exists. The new madam. Months later, Naya stood in elegant black clothing, stepping out of a luxury car. A desperate young woman waited nervously at the roadside, eyes hollow, cheeks sunken. Her mother lay dying. Naya recognized the look instantly. She had worn it once. Naya walked toward her. Every step felt heavy. Her chest burned. But the darkness whispered, Mother, mother, mother. Naya forced a gentle smile. I hear you need help. The girl's eyes filled with tears. Yes, I'm desperate. Naya swallowed hard. I know someone who can save her. The words tasted like blood. As the girl stepped into the waiting car, Naya caught her reflection in the tinted window. For a moment, she saw Seraphine staring back. The eternal cycle, deep underground, the gate stirred once more. Thousands of souls whispered her name. And far above, in the world of the living, Naya opened her phone and dialed another number. Another desperate soul. Another womb. Another sacrifice. Because the greatest horror was not the ritual. Not the shadows. Not even the demon child. The greatest horror was that evil no longer needed to hunt. It only needed a broken heart and a desperate choice. And Naya had become both the victim and the monster. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share so you don't miss our next stories.